Hello everyone, this is Jerry and welcome back to part 7 of this mini-series for ESO. Today we will be speaking to Svana and figuring out what our next move, or well, main course of action will be moving forward in regards to the Ice Rouge Coven. And also, I just want to point out this good boy here, the Great Danian Hound. It's from the Crown Store, but this is just, I don't know. It's an awesome dog model, so I was like, you know what? I got points, so I'm gonna spend them. But yeah, beyond the good boy, back to what we're gonna do. Hey, Svana.
Finally! Waiting in a tavern without a drink is maddening. How do other people do it? And Mog hasn't been helpful. His solution to every problem involves a great amount of alcohol. What news of the bastard who murdered my mother? Did you find him?
I'm guessing that was Mog in the background burping. Anyways, we tracked down and killed the Queen's assassin.
I would have preferred to see him dragged back here for a proper trial and execution. But at least justice has been served. Were you able to determine who was behind the murder? Was it connected to the threat you came to warn my father about?
Yes, the assassin was a vampire who was working with the Ice Reach Coven.
Damn those breach witches! And damn my father for being so obstinate! But what does the Coven want? Are they planning to kill my father? What else can you tell me about this threat to our kingdom?
The Coven can summon devastating storms that wipe people's minds and turn them into monsters.
That's horrible. But there must be more to this than simply turning my people into monsters. Well, I'll do what I can to help you. Mother would have wanted me to. What you've done and discovered will be enough to convince my father. It has to be.
Definitely don't need that robe, but I'll take the skill point, though. And the gold.
You and Lyris risked your lives for my kingdom and have been met with nothing but suspicion. You counted on my mother to be your advocate, to convince my father of the Coven's threat. Now she's gone. I'm no substitute, but I'll speak for you.
Will the High King listen to you?
My father hasn't heard a word I've said since I was old enough to talk. But with Mother gone, someone has to make him see reason. You know, she tried to teach me, but I never listened. I guess maybe I'm more like my father than I care to admit.
The Coven isn't acting alone. Someone called the Ashen Lord commands vampires and werewolves.
That makes it even more imperative that he heeds your warning and takes action. All of the holds are in danger. Hoffingar, Hjalmarch, Karthald. My father needs to do something before another storm strikes. Meet me at the Blue Palace, all right?
I'll meet you at the Blue Palace then.
I just need a moment to think about how to approach this. Consider the words to use. My courtly manners are a bit rusty, and I've never been much for diplomacy and fancy speeches. Shore's bones, I could use a drink.
Are you sure you're up to talking to the High King?
I'm not sure of anything. If I don't do this, though, I'll never forgive myself if something terrible befalls the kingdom.
Just get the High King to hear us out and we'll take care of the rest.
Right. Easy as honey-baked pie. It's not like you came here at the behest of his most hated rival or anything. Look, I'll do my best to get him to listen. You have my word on that.
Yeah, I mean, we sort of did come on the behest of his most hated rival, but watching your mother die in front of you must have been devastating. Do you need some time?
It feels like I've been shattered into 1,000 pieces and swept under a rug. But I don't have time to mourn right now, not with the kingdom in danger. Now, let's go talk to my father before I change my mind.
I'll select this, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be exactly what she already said.
I'm not sure of anything. If I don't do this, though, I'll never forgive myself if something terrible befalls the kingdom.
Well, your mother would be proud of you no matter what happens.
That's nice of you to say, but I'm not sure I believe that. I hope she's watching all this from Sovngarde. Bet she hates it there. Look, I'll do my best to get my father to listen to you. You have my word on that.
Alright then. Back to the Blue Palace.
Wish me luck, Mog.
Wish both of us luck. Svargrim is a little... Ugh, I don't have a good word for him. But we'll just go with what she said, obstinate and stubborn, and a few other not so nice things I wish I could say, but I'm not going to.
Assassins tried to kill the High King. They murdered Queen Gerhild.
Our poor king must be devastated.
What do you want?
Let's see. Bet you he's just gonna be like, no, it's okay. It's alright. Don't worry about it. Don't talk to me.
You would have me spread my forces across the realm to search for nightmares you dredged up from a bottle?
It's not.
Or should I say, the whispers of eastern vipers tickling your ears?
But Mother!
Enough! Then next you come before me to vomit up your counsel, make sure it doesn't stink of treason.
God, you are horrible. Jesus. Svana.
Damn the man. He wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise. Mother always knew how to talk to him. Me, not so much.
Tell me how your mother would have handled that.
Mother had a way with Father, but she could be just as stubborn. If she wanted something done and he wouldn't oblige, she'd do it herself. Time to take her lessons to heart, I guess. If my father won't take a stand, then I suppose it's up to me.
What do you have in mind?
Our kingdom consists of 3 holds. Halfingar, Hjalmarch, and Karthald. I need to warn them. The Jarls might listen, even if my father won't. I'm the daughter of the High King, after all. Time to start acting like one. Will you come with me?
I'll accompany you to see the Jarls.
We should visit Jarl Redharn of Hjalmarch first. If we can convince him of the threat, at least his hold can take steps to protect itself. We'll find him in his hall in Morthal. I'll leave word for Lyris with Mog, so she'll know where to find us.
Do you think you can get Jarl Redharn to listen to us?
Honestly, I don't know. But Jarl Redharn tempers his warrior nature with a kindness not often seen in people of his stature. Besides, he's always had a soft spot for me ever since his daughter and I played together at moots and other gatherings.
Have you and your father never gotten along?
I remember a time when we were all happy together. Him and Mother and I. Seems like a long time ago. At some point, he became more and more involved with the trappings of power. He was more interested in being the High King than my father.
But you got along with your mother.
I tried, but interaction with my father made it difficult. She wanted us to be a family. But the High King wanted a queen and a princess. Eventually, he stopped ordering me to attend royal functions. It was my one victory in our relationship.
Alright then. Off to see Jarl Redharn in Morthal. Let's see. We will fast travel there. Off topic though, another game I'm pretty excited for and definitely plan on covering for this channel is the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I've seen some clips here and there of it, and Mass Effect was one of my favorite games when I was younger, and seeing it in...
Ghosts? Reachman raids? I'm getting out of this town.
Seeing it in the quality that it was in was... it was pretty awesome to watch. I believe the release date is in May, so I definitely plan on covering that whenever it releases. Still gotta pre-order it, but pretty excited
Lucky
about
Mog
it.
passed along your message. I would have hated to miss all this mud.
Okay then.
Why does the Princess of Solitude grace my humble hall with her royal presence? Are you here on behalf of the High King?
I've come to warn you, Jarl Redharn.
Warn me? I already received orders from your father. What more is there to say?
Orders? Right. But you need to prepare the hold's defenses.
And what must we defend ourselves against this time? More urns and fetishes?
Please, Jarl Redharn, let my friend explain. The threat to our holds is worse than you can imagine.
It is indeed.
You're not the subject of this realm, and that woman with you. She's the giantess of the East. The High King warned us to beware of packed spies. If Princess Svanna trusts you, however, you have my ear. Tell me about this threat.
The Ice Reach Coven can summon deadly magical storms. One storm already destroyed Kilcreath's temple.
We're not Daedra worshippers. Our blood's hot enough to boil a blizzard. We've got more pressing concerns than some northern squall. We received Svargrim's orders, promptly ignored them, and immediately ran afoul of a gaggle of Reachmen.
High King Svargrim sent you orders.
The High King sent a royal decree, said to leave any strange objects or fetishes we spotted around the hold alone. They were dangerous, he said. Just so happens we found a few. I had my soldiers destroy them. That's when we encountered the Reachmen.
That's a strange royal decree, but sounds like the Ice Reach Coven's ritual items. Tell me about the Reachmen you encountered.
The barbarians reacted poorly when we destroyed the strange witch sticks. We beat them back and chased them into the nearby barrow. But that was the last I heard from my soldiers. Since you dealt with this before, would you investigate the barrow?
I'll go to the barrow and find out what happened to your soldiers.
If I were a few years younger, and had more soldiers to spare, I'd march east to the Morthal barrow and deal with the sorceress nonsense myself. But I'm not, I don't, and I have other responsibilities. Take this key. It will get you into the barrow.
Tell me more about the witch sticks you said you found and destroyed.
They were tall, ugly things, covered in strange runes, fetishes, and a poultice that smelled like rotting fungus. They had been set up around the town. My soldiers assumed they'd find one at the barrow, but instead they sent word of the Reachmen.
Princess Svanna has been trying to convince her father to take action against this threat.
Really? Last I heard, the princess was more interested in... No, I won't indulge in idle gossip. Svanna carries herself well. Not with the grace of her mother, but she has the swagger of a warrior. I wish I could say the same about my daughter.
You have a daughter.
Had. She was taken from us 5 years ago. If I had pushed her harder, she might have had the strength to survive. Daughters are a father's greatest weakness. Enough troubles of the past. We have the present to concern ourselves with.
Very well. Off to the Morthal barrow. Which will be in this direction. But yeah, the Legendary Edition for Mass Effect looks pretty sick, and I'm pretty pumped for it, along with Warhammer 3, but that won't be until late 2021, if I remember reading that correctly from the...
See that mound? That's the barrow. The entrance will be down below.
Keep back! The barrow is unsafe.
Jarl Redharn sent us. What happened here?
Reachmen. Let's talk if you want details.
Okay. Well, I will continue that discussion later, I guess.
You, sir, the barrow is off limits. We are here to make sure nothing gets in or out, and will do so by any means necessary.
Jarl Redharn sent us. He said he hasn't heard from the soldiers he sent to the barrow.
I did not want to spare the soldiers I'd left to send a message. We destroyed a number of strange sticks set up on the outskirts of town. Then we reached the barrow. We spotted a few Reach barbarians. I sent word and we charged after them.
And then what happened?
A storm appeared in the barrow, if you could believe such a thing. It was foul magic, almost certainly. Soldiers began changing around me. dying or falling into a stupor. Some turned into monsters. And then the Draugr clawed out of their graves.
Did you see one of those strange sticks in the barrow?
We never made it that far inside. And when the storm hit, it was all I could do to get out and seal the door behind us. If the Jarl sent you, and you're intent on entering the barrow, I won't stop you. But if you emerge as a monster...
I'll be fine, but thank you for your concern. Alright, down into this barrow. But yeah, back to what I was saying, definitely pumped for Warhammer 3, but that's gonna have to wait till later this year, from the sounds of it, at least from the Steam page. I'm imagining, or at least I'm hoping for a September release for that one. But I guess we will have to wait and see. Because honestly, like, 2021 can mean anything. Gonna clear those out of the way. And head right into combat. Draugr, my favorite enemies. Didn't realize I was about to die there for a second. Let's see. Just want to make sure I'm going the right way. Well, either way would have been the right way. Oh, you are a pretty one. The Draugr models in this game are pretty awesome. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not getting lost here. I mean, yeah, I have my mini-map, but... Oh, well, I could do that. I could just zoom it out. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little better. Alright, that way I don't have to like tab into the map every time. Another sister. Don't I love fighting these sisters? Not really. Not really at all. But it's part of the story, so. Okay. Labyrinthian. I remember that place in Skyrim. Let's see. just wonder if I got that lore book or not. Oh, it was right there. I should probably get set up with the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild. That way I can start earning points. And then eventually I want to start doing the Thieves Guild and the
Those
Dark
bodies
Brotherhood
are the Jarl's
quests.
soldiers.
Those are probably things I will do off screen, because I think for this series I'll just stick to Greymore, and then I would probably do the rest of that stuff off screen. That way, hopefully by the time Blackwood comes out for this game, I will be a decent enough level. But
A meager harvest.
if y'all are interested in
Fruitful fields. Protect the witch pike. Do not let them destroy it.
Okay, well, if y'all are interested in seeing more of this series, I will definitely be down to continue it. But,
That's done. Let's tell the Jarl what happened here.
well, I didn't even assist with that, but if y'all are down for the series to be continued, feel free to comment in the comments section, and I would be more than willing to continue this series. But I think after I wrap up all the Greymore stuff, I will call the series there and just continue my adventures in Tamriel off screen until Blackwood's released. So, let's see. Atmorn Tablet. Huh. Is Grimoire's chosen body marking. Not sure what scrying is, but I will figure that out in my spare time. Just gotta write down a little note so I know to check that out.
If I never have to enter another barrow, it will be too soon.
Honestly. But it's Skyrim, Lyrists. What's to be expected?
No sign of that witch or the reliquary she ran off with. We should get back to the Jarl's Hall.
Well, what do you think we saw down there?
We saw the last stand of what could have been a much larger attack on Morthal. The witch pike in the barrow was the only one that wasn't destroyed before they performed the ritual. Soldiers were caught in the Harrowstorm, but the town was spared.
So that's why the soldiers became Harrow Fiends.
That's what happened in Kilcreath after the storm hit. I'm more curious about the witch, though. Why was that gray reliquary important enough for her to grab it and run off as soon as she spotted us? Come on, let's go talk to Jarl Redharn.
I'll see you at the Jarl's Hall. Do gotta say though, Morthal in ESO looks pretty cool compared to the Skyrim version. I don't know if it's just me, but the weird shallow lake that Morthal sits on seems a little bit bigger than it did in Skyrim. And
Wolves of ice and bone attacked Brune, my lady, and he
Oh,
saw
no.
ghosts.
just looks a lot better.
Nonsense. Get him to the inn and I'll do
But
it.
anyways,
Come on, let's warm you up.
enough getting distracted for me. Back to the Jarl's Hall.
And then Mog threw up all over this Sword Thane's boots.
Ha! This orc friend of yours sounds... Ah, your companion's return.
Oh no, continue, please.
Well, friend of Svanna, are you as good as your word? Tell me what you discovered at the Morthal Barrow.
A few of your soldiers escaped, but a harrow storm claimed everyone in the barrow.
A harrow storm? Like the thing the princess was telling me about? The thing that destroyed Kilcreath? Gods! A pox on the Reach and its barbarian horde! What else? What about the Reachmen in the barrow?
Oh, we destroyed a witch pike, not really, and dealt with the Reachmen, but one of the Coven witches got away.
Disappointing, but not unexpected. Reach witches are a tricky lot. Still, you have my thanks. In the meantime, Jarl shall prepare for war. We may not have a defense against the harrow storms, but we can be ready to attack once we have a target.
As soon as we find out where the Coven leaders are hiding, Svanna will send word.
With you and Lyris's help, we've gained the trust of Jarl Redharn. My father respects the Jarl. That will go a long way in convincing the High King to take the Coven's threat seriously. Now we need to do the same thing at Carthald.
Tell me about Carthald.
Jarl Ulfwen rules the Hold, which was established to provide a defensible border against the Reach. If any of the Western Holds can deal with this threat, it's Carthald. But first, I have one more thing to discuss with Jarl Redharn.
Of course, Princess.
Jarl Redharn, prepare your forces as you say. But we need you in Solitude.
Solitude? I have troubles here in Yarmarch. Why should I leave when my hold needs me?
High King Svargrim won't listen to us, but he might listen to you.
Get up, Princess. If you think it will help, I'll talk to your father.
Lyris, please escort the Jarl to Solitude.
Of course. What about you?
We need to warn Jarl Ulfwen, so we're going to Carthald.
Alright then. I'm going to call the episode here, and we will speak with the next Jarl in Carthald. Thank you all for watching, and stick around for more of this Let's Play series. I hope you all have a good day and or night, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!